Good day and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's another day and we're here for another scholarship. It is a good thing that in the new month so many scholarships are open. And so if you've not subscribed to the YouTube channel and you've been watching, kindly subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of the scholarship, especially the ones that are of area of interest to you. And if you're a returning subscriber, I say welcome again to today's scholarship. Without further ado, we'll be going through Sweden for today's scholarship. Welcome to the Swedish Institute. It's a master scholarship, and so I'll take you through the whole scholarship procedure, and then I'll let you know what you need to put up first off. So let's understand what does the scholarship entail. It has an opening for 700 master's programs that are fully funded. The 700 programs are fully funded. Invariably, they're taking about 500 to 700 applicants. But yeah, now the scholarship is currently open, as you can see. It will be open February 2024. So you may be wondering, oh, then why are you shooting the video now? Because the opening window will not last, as you will see. So we need to understand, start getting our documents ready, preparation at top gears, verification, confirmations, and all you need to do and get handy so that at the opening of the scholarship you could put in your application without delay and get the desired result. And so that being said, let's see what does this scholarship entail. Applying to their scholarship and the frequently asked questions. Of course, I'd advise that you always read out frequently asked questions on the portals that are available. It will do you a lot of good and it will better prepare you. To do you a lot of good and better prepare you. So let's go to how to apply and understand what it is involved. So here's the scholarship open to global professionals from 41 countries. So we'll check eligibility criteria. Now you can see here, this scholarship is closed. Yes, this scholarship is closed at the moment, but will be open on the 12th February of the academic year that you'll be admitted into. So you can already read our open call for the applications and prepare your collection of documents. This is what you must take note as a prospective applicant. Start preparing your collection of documents and it will help you. So let's go to the overview. What does it entail? You can see it's either a 1 year or 2 year masters. Yeah, and the scholarship covers a wide range of 700 courses of the 1000 English taught master. So English language is one of the things that is an advantage for you because they are taking students who learn in English language. Now, these are the requirements. One, you must be a citizen of one of these 41 countries. I will show you the country. You must apply for a master's program that is eligible for the scholarship. You must be liable to pay school fees and you can read the agreement. So here are the key dates that you must take note of. I love to highlight this so that you don't miss out on any of the informations. I love to highlight this carefully. Now, October 16 to January 15, you can apply to your master's program through the university admissions. I will leave the link to university admissions in the description box of the video. So between 16 October to 15 January, apply for your admission. Ensure you secure the admission. Get your admission letter. By November, Swedish Institute scholarship application documents are published by November. Just like we already have now, they have published the things and the requirement. Between 12th to 28th of February, application portal for the Swedish Institute scholarship will be open. By 28th February, it will be closed. And then by 21st March, the university admissions will begin to announce. We make all the announcement they need to make. And by 25th of April, the scholarship will begin to make announcements. So you need to get all documents. Please get your document. I can't overemphasize it. Your document is key for you. your recommenders letter, your work employers recommendation, people that you want to relate with to give you document or essays or whatever it is to testify about you. Start reaching out to them. You can build a rapport between now and before February. So while you're building the rapport, you're getting all the documents you need to get within your own ambit. I'll show you. And then so that when it is time, it is not like a fire brigade approach for you to reach out to them. And so these key dates, I haven't noted it. What the scholarship covers then is: one, you have a full tuition coverage throughout your study. You have a monthly stipend of 12,000 Swedish currency, of course, to cover your living expenses throughout the study period. So you don't have to bother about anything. You have insurance against illness and accident. So your health is a factor that is taken into full consideration. You have travel allowance. And does not apply to students living in Sweden. So if you're an international student, this is for you. So you get your transportation taken care of. You get membership into the Swedish Institute Network for Future Global Professionals. And after your scholarship period has ended, you become an alumni of their network. So you become a partner. You can even become an ambassador, or a country ambassador, whichever role that are open, just to ensure they keep you in track. And you don't know what opportunities come with becoming an alumni. But I'll leave the link to this page in the description below. So when you click on it, you can go study the alumni network of them and see what is involved. You will see that it's a big avenue for you to make connections, relevant connection, and keep adding value to yourself and impact. So what's the criteria? Now, country of citizenship. If you don't reside within certain countries, you're not eligible. Master's program, you must apply to English taught masters. Is a must. Is a must. In fact, let me underline the word must there for you to know the value. Is a must. Is a must. You must be eligible for such. So in other words, if you must be eligible to it, then it means you must apply to it. Then university admission, you must be liable to pay school fees. That is, you must be a fee-paying student, not somebody on scholarship maybe who has any national or international grant already that is covering for your studies. Then you must have work experiences. These are some of the things your essay should cover. And then you must have work experiences. So permit me to highlight. You have work experience here. In addition to work experience, you must have leadership experience. Leadership experience here with your current employer or previous employer or a civil society engagement. So there are two experiences you need. One, work experience, and two, leadership experience. These are key, and I tell you, these are going to be this should be part of the things that you relate about the progress of your involvement to your recommenders, because these are some of the things they must highlight, and they should highlight them in elaborate form. Otherwise, you are at risk of not getting even shortlisted or considered in the first place, talk less of getting the admission. So please take note. If you don't have work, in fact, preferably your employer or whoever will be recommending and testifying about you should be able to equate your work experience to time, hours. For example, in the last 2 years, you have worked 5,000 hours with them, and in that capacity, you have satisfied so and so. I had already taught before on this channel on quite a few videos, so you can check them out. That in talking about your impact, adopt the SMART strategy, especially in the essay in the essay of Commonwealth Scholarship. I analyzed it and I explained: adopt the SMART strategy: specific, measurable, achievable, attainable, and time bound. The time bound there is one key thing in this kind of application, and so you yourself should be able to do that. And then your recommender or whoever you are bringing on board to testify about you should also be able to prove that by attesting either to higher degree compared to now the country of citizenship eligible countries are these 41 countries. You have from Armenia down to Zimbabwe. Let me identify some countries around mine. We have Ghana. We have Ghana. We have Nigeria. We have Pakistan. I have Kenya. I have Rwanda. I have Ukraine. I have Sudan. We have Ethiopia. We have Egypt and Ecuador. We have Gambia. My viewers. We have Malawi. So we have quite a number of them. So just go ahead with Morocco. Just go ahead, check out your country happens to be there. Congratulations, and then you go ahead and apply. Now, what are the eligible programs? There's a document there for you to download where you see all the eligible programs, and I will be opening them to you shortly. However, I know that it is up to you to motivate in your scholarship application if or how your chosen programs are related to United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. I've emphasized it again and again in my scholarship essay to McGill University on the channel. I would leave the link to that essay too in the description below for you to understand something. It is crucial for you to have your application 2024-2025 United Nations Sustainable Development Goal are key. Is key to any motivation letter. So ensure you have that the sense of continuity and applicability to your essays and to your scholarships as regards sustainable development goal. It is a plus for you, even if it is not required. As long as you can integrate it, I can assure you that that's like a +1 for you. And so we have the university admission. You can contact the university now. In order to be eligible for the SI scholarship, you can read through again, be admitted conditionally or unconditionally into the masters by 21st March. If you have all of that, previous work experience, however, you do not have to be employed at the time of application. So it might have been your previous work experience or at the moment. Valid work experience includes both full-time and part-time employment. For instance, as an employee, freelancer, or employer. So you can be the employer of labor, you can be the employee, you can be the freelancer, whichever one it is. Then you must be able to prove certification of your work experience by using our template forms. They have template forms and you can get them. You see, there is no requirement of number of hours for people from here. There's no requirement of number of hours. But then applicants from these places must have a minimum of 3,000 hours must have been accumulated from maximum of 3 employers. So if you've worked with more than 5 employers and there is none that can give you this, you have to think through again. Maybe one of your freelance work jobs and 2 of your employers, physical employers, of course, conventional employers, can give you that number or more. That would be another advantage. Now you can read up leadership experience. Leadership experience must involve colleagues, organization, and all of that. And in your communication, you should be able to establish what value and what way you have impacted leadership. Just check out the essays I leave in the description box below, and you can use that as a guide to understand what I mean by you being able to communicate your wealth of value. So you must not have previously been awarded the scholarship, and at the end of the day, you have this. So you have the timeline here and the whole processes. So to apply for a master's program, you come here and go to the university admissions. Link in you go to the university admissions. So let's check it out together. They have their scores of masters here. And you can check that out. They have documents to that effect. So let's check it out together. Here are the eligible master's program, over thousands of them. So you just need to check out the program, check out the program code, and look out for the institution. As soon as you get those names, you go and apply. And when you're applying to the university, you're applying for the course, Some of them may require the program code. You fill in the program code, irrespective of the course related to sustainable development goal, sound and vibration, whatever it is, sustainable electric power. If you check out majority of the courses, you see something sustainable about it. There's something about sustainability. So just look at for your course. Energy smart is sustainable development. Strategic entrepreneurship for international growth with specialization in international marketing is sustainable development. Applied environmental science, ecosystem services, and nature resource, whatever it is. So you have hundreds of them. You can go, the list can be on and on and on. Is experimental medicine. Whatever the case is, just go ahead, identify a course of interest, and apply. And apply. So that being said, we've identified a program, so you could come here, go to university's admissions, link in description below, of course, and then you apply. And then, so when you click on apply, you will now see apply for global scholarship. What and what is required of you to apply for global scholarship? Number one, you need a curriculum vitae, that is your CV, and they have an access template. So click on this link, download the template, use it to fill in your work, and you're good to go. Proof of work and leadership. You see, access the proof of work and leadership experience template here. Access it. Now the work and leadership form should be signed by the referee. Emphasis on this. I've been saying this, by the referee and stamped with an official stamp of the referring organization or notary office. Please ensure you do this. If you don't satisfy this, you will if you don't satisfy this, you will not even be considered in the first place at all for eligibility. Talk more of being shortlisted. Well, then the form should be typed, then printed, then signed, then stamped, and uploaded as one single PDF file. So please take note. You download this template. When you download the template, it will be filled in. After it is filled in, then you will type it. When you type it, it will be printed. After it is printed, it will be signed and stamped. Then you upload it as a single PDF. You can find instructions around it on the form. Now, 2 letters of reference. You are required to submit 2 letters of reference from 2 different referees. One of the letters must be based on work experience, while the second letter can be based on work experience or engagement outside of work. So it is a merit if the second letter is based on your involvement in networks or civil society. So this is where volunteering and internships can come up. First one is a work within conventional setting, while the second one can be internship, volunteering with organizations, whatever. The same one too goes here. You do the same thing. All letters of reference should first be typed and then printed and lastly signed by the referee. With an official stamp, emphasis, official stamp of the organization or company. Then when it has been done, then you scan it and upload it. So that becomes the second thing. Then you have a copy of your valid passport or national ID card that is valid at the time of the application with your picture. Then you have your motivation letter. This will be asked of you in the application portal. As you are doing that in the application portal, they ask you of this. Then note, you must complete your application in English. And once you've completed that, you submit your application. You can see you should only submit 1 scholarship application in the application portal, regardless of how many master's programs you've applied for at university admissions and or Stockholm School of Economics and or Coast-Falk University of Arts and Crafts and Design. So they give room for you to select more than 1 master's. I think it's a maximum of 3 or 4, maximum of 3 or so of masters. So whatever it is, there are 3 advices I have for you. 1, ensure whichever courses you are selecting, all the multiple courses you want to select, have relationship, because you only have 1 motivation essay to write and you only have 1 letter of reference for each person to fill, and they can't be filling reference letters for separate courses that don't relate. So ensure all the courses you choose relates within something. There's a connecting rod between them, so that whenever you write your essay, the same essay that applies to A can apply to B and C. Whenever or however your referees writes your reference letter, the same things they wrote can apply to A, B, C, or D, as the case may be. That way you are not at risk of losing. If you select electrical sustainable electrical engineering and you go ahead and select medical statistics, there is no relationship, there is no core relationship, and you may never find sufficient way to integrate these two together within the shortest time frame and the number of word count you have. So please, you must take note of that and then put in your thoughts together, make your choice. Do you have a scholarship application can include up to 4 eligible master's program. I said it before, up to 4 eligible master's program, and it should include only one of each of the required documents, no matter how many masters you apply for. I think I should use this to highlight this point for you. Irrespective of the number of courses, you must make sure that whatever your application is able to carry along the 4 areas, and you don't need to highlight the 4 areas. Just talk about you, your motivation, and whatever you need to do. And due to the high volume of applications, the online application portal may be under heavy pressure at the end of the application. Please don't wait for the deadline. That's why I'm shooting this video early, so that you can check through, get all that you need to get your facts and figures together, and then you can shoot in your video, your part of my manners, you can shoot in your application early. And of course, they protect your integrity, and you can see their screening dates, screening and evaluation process. You can read through on your own. Link to this is a notification from university admissions. You see when you start getting notified, and final evaluations and announcement of scholarship recipients. So whatever the case is, ensure that you put in your application, start gathering your data, build relevant relationship and network. If you need to draft a template of your recommenders information that they will need to fill, first you need to download the form. At least you have the portal now. Download the form, write in some of your information personally. You will love the recommenders or referees to include or inculcate into whatever they want to write. They have their own words. There is no way you can write something and submit to a lawyer and he will not have his own legalistic approach to communicate the same thing, if not different thing entirely. And so if you're writing in that way, you would have an information that you just like them to highlight. You share with them your story, and then they write it the way that best suits them. And sometimes they may write it and send to you and tell you to read it. Are you okay with it? Some will write it and not even tell you to read it. Are you okay with it? They just send it to you in the PDF format and tell you, go ahead and upload it. If it's not what you're okay with, you approach them politely and request for a review and make necessary adjustment or contribution. You're the one who is going for the scholarship. You're the one who knows what the requirements are. You're the one who knows what you need. And so do not be timid, do not be shy. And then when you communicate with precision, conciseness, and clarity. Precision, conciseness, and clarity. It gives you an edge. That being said, I hope that this video will guide you and help you. And I hope to know wherever you're watching from, however I may be of help. And take advantage, gather your documents early, and get ready to shoot your shot. Until I hear of your testimonies, the comment sections are open for you. Leave your comments, I'll always reply. And I look forward to having your testimony. Ta-da!